Welcome to Telescript's how-to video for our motorized public speaking system. In this video, you will get a basic demonstration on how to set up and operate our MPS system. Telescript's MPS systems generally come with 2 MPS bases, 1 controller, 1 XLR cable, 1 power supply, 2 power supply cords, a user manual, 2 trifold surrounds, and either 2 15-inch or 19-inch Telescript monitors with power supplies. Here you can see the various power and data input options on the MPS units. Toward the back of the unit, you will see a display that can give you information about the unit, an indicator light, a local control port, and a pole identify button. Toward the front of the unit, there is a send home button, various fuses, power ports, and data ports. Place your bases on an even surface for stability, and fold out the 2 stabilizing legs on each side of the unit. Loosen the 2 beam splitter glass clamp screws and insert your beam splitter glass. It's important that you make sure that your beam splitter glass is in prior to powering up the units, as damage could occur to the mechanism that lifts the glass. Make sure the glass is directly over the area where the monitors will be below. Lightly adjust if needed. Next, run a BNC cable from your remote computer station or from wherever you're going to be controlling the heights of the units from, and plug it into the BNC connector on the remote controller. Plug the other side into the network connector on the first unit you have in the series. The network port is the one just to the right of the XLR power port. Now run another BNC cable from the loop-through port to the network port on the second unit in the series. Now you're ready to power on the units. Plug each unit in using the 3-prong power port on the side of each unit. When the units are powered, they will initialize and display what pole number is assigned to them on the display. Generally, the first 2 units in the series should be numbered 1 and 2. If they're not, press the pole ident button until you get to the desired identification number. Once your pole numbers are set, head on over to the remote controller and power that up. The controller will begin to search for any poles that are connected. Once finished, it will display the number of discovered units. Now, press any memory button to get the beam splitter glass out of the home position. Memory location number 1 is the lowest open position possible for these units, which is 22 inches from the floor to the top of the extension pole. You can now place your monitors into position on top of the MPS bases. Telescript monitors can be powered by a 4-pin XLR. If you have a male to female 4-pin XLR cable, you can utilize the XLR power port on the side of the MPS units to power your monitors, eliminating the need for a separate power supply. This will reduce clutter around the units once set up. Plug in your video feed into the first monitor in the series, and then loop out of that monitor to feed the next. Once the bases are set and the connections are made, you can now put on the trifold surrounds. To adjust the tilt of the beam splitter glass, turn the round adjusting screws located under the beam splitter glass. Keep in mind, this adjustment is not motorized. Once you set this angle, it cannot be adjusted from the remote controller. Each numbered button on the controller is already programmed with heights. Depending on the height of your speaker, press the appropriate button to reach a comfortable height for your speaker. The buttons are programmed in 1-inch increments, starting at 49 inches in memory button number 2, up to 62 inches at memory location 15. Specific heights can be programmed into your memory locations if desired. To do this, you will have to be sure that you are out of dual control mode. In order to do this, press the I key and then press the unit number you want to program first. Now you are controlling that unit only. Adjusting the height can be done in two ways. The first way is by using the up and down arrows on the controller. Press and hold the appropriate arrow until you reach the desired height. The second way is to press the I key 3 times. This will bring up a height programming screen where you can enter in specific heights in inches. Type in the height desired and press the Enter key. The Enter key looks like a right-angled arrow. The pole should now go to the height you typed in. Once finished, press the X key. Now decide which programming location you want to use for this height. Press and hold the number key you would like to program. You will see the display say Hold to Store and Release to Move. Hold until the display completes the programming. If the controller displays Release to Move only, you are in multi-pole mode. You cannot program when in this mode, so press the I key and select the pole number you are programming to get into single pole control mode. Now you need to copy that stored height to the other pole. To do that, press C. It will ask you what the source pole is. In our case, it is pole number 1. Then, the controller will ask what the destination pole is. We will be programming to pole number 2. Finally, the controller will ask what the destination memory number is. Press the same memory number you used for the first pole, so both poles will now go to the programmed height when that memory button is pressed in the future. Once all of your programming is complete, press the I and then the C button to get out of single pole control mode and back into multi-pole control mode. An alternate way to control the bases is by using the local control port, which is located just under the display. Plug the remote controller into the local control port using the provided XLR cable. There is no need to run separate power for the controller in this setup, as the XLR will also provide power to the controller. Now you can control this specific unit with the remote controller. This method is helpful if you want to determine height with a speaker face-to-face at the podium. Programming the unit to specific heights is done the same way as when you were connected with the BNC cable. However, you cannot copy programmed heights while in local control mode. Return to the remote operating position, plug in the BNC data cable, power up the remote controller, and then copying the programmed heights from the first unit to the others like we did before. Make a record of what program key works for all of your speakers, so as each of them comes to present, the units will raise or lower to the proper height. When you're finished using the units, be sure to return all the units to the home position. This can be done by pressing the H key on the controller. If you've already disconnected the controller and you've left the units out of the home position, press the Send Home button on the side of each unit to return them to the home position. Once in the home position, you can now pull the power and data cables. Remove the beam splitter glass and pack up your units. If you experience any issues with this system, please refer to the detailed user manual that is included with the system. This manual will address any issues you may come across while using these units. However, Telescript technicians are also available to help you with any issues that you cannot remedy. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions regarding our MPS units, give us a call at 201-767-6733 or email us at info@telescript.com.